Dover Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk a little bit about who Canelo might fight in May, Cinco de Mayo, right? Canelo, some people's face of boxing, great boxer. We know he fights 2 times a year most of the time, right in May and then in September. So, we've seen his last fights. Want to see who he's going to want to fight, right? Who's, in the running. So we talked about it a few weeks ago. Jaime Munguia is in the running, right? That's one in the running. And now I'm hearing that Edgar Berlanga wants to fight as well. And it just shows me, like who's in the running. Who would Canelo fans want him to fight? Because Jaime Munguia pretty much doesn't deserve one. Edgar Berlanga pretty much doesn't deserve one, right? The David Morrell Jr., who's the mandatory from the WBA, right? He's been there about 2 years, mandatory. Benavidez, Dave Benavidez, the linear champion, WBC style, the mandatory, that kind of thing. That's still there. Those are the ones. You got Dimitri Bivol, who's pretty much said, hey, it's the rematch. I could have did it at 168 or 175. Do the Canelo fans or does Canelo want to fight any of those guys? Why is Jaime Munguia and Edgar Berlanga, why are they thinking that they can get a Canelo fight? The reason why they are is because those are fights where people think Canelo would win. Canelo don't have to get in fights where they don't think he can win. And he ain't. Right? And so that's what's going on. We have to want Canelo to fight of David Morrell Jr. because, it's for the belts and the guy deserves his shot. We should want him to fight David Benavidez because it's for the belts, and hey, he's supposed to get his shot by now. We should have wanted him to fight Demetrius Andrade at 10 years. But we don't for undisputed at middleweight division or to take his belt at 154 pounds when he was the champion. But we didn't want him. So his bottom line is, if you're a good fighter, no one wants Canelo to fight him, right? The list should be Benavidez, Morrell, and Bivol. And then after that, we shouldn't be wanting Canelo to fight nothing. Shouldn't be wanting him to fight nothing else other than that. There's nothing else there really left. Maybe the Terrence Crawford thing or whatever. But after a significant fight, especially if you're going to have the belts at 168 pounds. Because others who have belts and go do circus fights instead of fighting somebody, they get penalized. Jamel Charlo, undisputed, got penalized for fighting Canelo, which is not really even a circus fight. It's the fight, right? He got his belt stripped. Canelo going to fight whoever else. He's not going to get stripped. So here's what I'm trying to say. Let's want Canelo Alvarez to fight David Morrell, David Benavidez, or Dimitri Bivol. Or don't want nothing at all. Dover Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.